Good morning. Hey, the old fisherman. Back with you again, Lake Monticello. We are just getting here. Well, I've been here about 10 minutes. And I threw out my line and I wasn't paying attention, and one took off with it, went around the motor and broke my line. I had to retie, took my cart and everything, gone. First cast. And so now I'm retied and we're throwing it back up here. Hopefully that's a good omen. I don't know. All I know is that was a whopper. That sucker took off. He went around my boat before I even got ready. I threw it out, was messing with my other rod, and he went around the back of the boat, around the motor, and left him and broke my 6-pounder like it was a piece of sewing thread. Of course, that's about what it is, sewing thread. I really need to be fishing with 8 or 10 for these catfish, but I'm boneheaded. I didn't change. Ain't been fishing in a couple of days. Me and Miss Deborah caught a good many Saturday or Friday. I didn't go Saturday and didn't go Sunday. And we're back out here today. There ain't nobody on the rocks over here today. We just sitting here fishing. And so out here, I've seen about 6 trucks at the ramp, 6, 8. And but I threw out, and as soon as it hit the water, obviously, I turned my head to put a worm on my other hook. And as soon as it hit the water, he must have took it. That's all I can figure. Gone. And that joker broke off before I could get around the back of the boat. He done went around the motor and gone out to big water. So that was a big fish. And he broke it. I mean, just broke it. So, hadn't fished for a couple of days. I had a lot of things I needed to do around the house, and on Saturday, you know, we just didn't come. I know it was packed over here. And so I'm back here Monday, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for all the comments, turning loose that albino catfish. And he did have red eyes, people. That catfish was an albino. Somebody said it was a piebald, but a piebald is a deer, a white deer. So I don't know if that spreads over to the fishing department or not. Uh-oh, there goes one, there goes one. Oh, gone. He took it, and that quick, pulled the rod a little bit and come loose. That was a catfish too. Hey, I believe there's a few in here today. And we're using earthworms today. Me and Miss Deborah didn't have any worms the other day. I finally found some yesterday around the house. And I bet they hit earthworms better than shrimp. That's my opinion. We caught a few with shrimp, but it seems like the worms, they like better. I don't know what it is. Night crawlers or earthworms, any kind of worm, I think is the key. The shrimp's good, shad's good, all that's good, but which one's the best? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking worms is the best. Seems like when I start fishing with worms, I catch more fish. I just hope that one bite wasn't a fluke. So let me tell you, it couldn't have been on the water but 10 seconds before it was gone. And now I'm sitting here and nothing. I did catch one after that before I turned on the camera, small one. And we had that bite there. But we're gonna try catching some. Then I knocked the worms over in the doggone middle of the floor. I had to clean that up. Boy, I tell you, I had to tie a hook, clean the worm guts up off the dirt, off my good carpet. I had this piece of carpet over there, but I rolled it back to get into my box. And you know the worms fell over right on the good carpet. All that black dirt. And I tell you, this worm, there goes one, there goes one, there goes one, there goes one, there goes one. Boy, I pulled that thing out a little bit to straighten it out. He must have been following it. He got mad, took it. Oh, one's on nothing. Uh-oh, you got it going now. I tell you, I believe they're in here today. That ain't come up. We ain't got that one. We ain't got that one. I'm gonna put it back down. We ain't got that one. We got this one. Huh, we got this one. Good one too. I love catching these old cats when they come in here. It's been real warm. It was 100 degrees yesterday. That should help them, especially early in the morning. And old blue. I can see that slime on the line. I know he's a blue. Guarantee you on that. Hey, you got him hooked in the back of the head. He didn't even take it. I don't know. I must have got lucky with that snag hook. Hear him talking to me? Joker's talking to me. Going in the bucket. Might be cleaning catfish again today. Lazy man fishing is what we're doing again. I do love to do this a couple times a year anyhow. Right about now, about the only time you can do this. When they come in spawn, and lazy man fishing, and you got to love lazy man fishing. And you got to love it when there ain't a bunch of boats over here. So we got lucky today. Ain't nobody here much today. I guess they all fish Saturday and Sunday. I don't know how many people come on Mother's Day though. That's what I was doing yesterday. Went with my wife's mother and had dinner. Miss Deborah cooked dinner and took it over there. But hey, loving life again on a Monday morning. How many times I go to work wishing I could go fishing. Now, finally, at the end of my days, I get to do what I always wished I could do, go fishing instead of work. Man, I used to hate to go to work, especially all the work we done, wiring schools and stuff, and a lot of work, that, people. A lot of work. One of my best friends in the world passed away Saturday. I've done a show on talking about rock monteith. Rock monteith taught me how to shrimp, taught me how to smallmouth fish in Lake Ontario. I went with him. He was in the FLW for a while, and just a super nice guy. And I'm gonna miss old Rock. I enjoyed it. I told you the story that time about me and him and Tracker Dave. We call him Tracker Dave. He's the Tracker rep for Nitro and Tracker, and took him fishing. Because I was really on the fish, and I had my 20-foot Nitro at the time. And we was catching all these big, nice bass and a bunch of white bass. That's back when white bass was in this lake, and you could bump the bottom with a spoon and just catch all kinds. And I caught one about, I don't know, he was probably 8 or 10 pounds. He was a huge bass. And back then, I didn't throw no fish back. I just didn't do it. I wasn't raised to do that. My daddy kept everything. I mean, until we got the limit. But anyhow, we were out there and I caught this big old bass, and Rock kind of leaned over the boat and said, "Let me see that bass, see how much he weighs." And I handed it to him. I kind of didn't want to. And that joker acted like it slipped out of his hand. That bass fell in the water. And man, I'm gonna tell you right now, that thing shocked me, because that was a big bass. I didn't want to throw him back. But old Rock let that joker back, and they laughed at me. I've been for years getting laughed at about that one. I know my look on my face was like I couldn't believe you just let my fish go. But he passed away. He got where he couldn't hold anything down, and found out he had stomach cancer of some sort. I don't know all the details. Then getting out of surgery, he had a doggone stroke, and he wasn't but about 5 years older than me. Just a super nice guy, and I'm gonna miss Rock. Me and him won several bass tournaments together. Me and him fished together and won 2 different bass tournaments together. And just super guy. And Lord have mercy, I don't know when the funeral's gonna be, probably tomorrow or the next day, so that'd be a day I don't go fishing. I got to go pay my respects to one of my best friends ever, Rock Monteith. He will be missed. Super guy. There goes a bite. There goes a bite. Oh Lord, look at that rod. Oh Lord, that's a big one. Huh? We got to loosen up on drag with that one. That's a big fish. Oh Lord, that's a big fish. That's a big fish, people. That's a whopper. Hey, Dave. That is a whopper. That joker's pulling to him. Great day. Oh Lord, one that's going on the other here. I got this big one and another one. What am I gonna do? Huh? What am I gonna do? I got this squealing offline. We're gonna set the hook on this one. We got 2 big ones. Oh my. Huh? We got 2 good ones. What? Look at that. Huh? 2 at a time. You got to love it. The old fisherman's having a good time today. Oh, Lake Monticello, loving life and thinking about his best friend. One of his best friends. Hey, I got this. He lassoed around the hiney. I don't know how I'm gonna get him in. I hope I can just let him hang there. We got to get this fish. We got to get this fish. This is pulling. So we got 2 on. One of them's hanging behind me. I'm holding between my legs. Oh my. That's all I can say is, oh my. And this is a nice one. I don't know how big, but he's a nice one. He might not be but 4 or 5 pounds, but he's a good one. See that rod? 11-foot doggone Berkeley crappie rod. Is what this is. Hey, and they biting today. I can tell you that right now. It's funny how you come over here some days you can't even get a bite hardly. Me and Deborah come over here and catch but a couple. They didn't bite. And today she took off today, but she didn't want to come. She had a day off. She had things to do, and she might have went the wrong day. Cause it looks like today they're gonna bite. I don't know. And you never know. That's why you got to keep coming, people. You never know when they're gonna bite. That's a good one right there. If I can get him in the doggone net. Hey, we get him in the net. That's a good one. All right. We got another net. Oh Lord, down here we got me all twisted up. We got another net here. We got dipped done with. Huh? Oh my. Oh my. We got another net. This is blue because he's got slimed up my line. This line's a little long on the end of that cork. I can't get him up. All right. They ain't got that one. So we got two at a time that time. Hey, two at a time on two different rods. You got to love that. Look at him. A super nice blue catfish. Oh my. What? Are we having fun or what? Miss Deborah messed up. She didn't come. She did not come. And she made a bad mistake. I can see that. Because them jokers bite like that every so often. That's all you can ask for. We're going to fill this bucket today. We're going to fill this bucket today on this lake. Oh my, I'm telling you people, talking about my buddy Rock, you're going to take nothing for granted. You never know when it's going to be your time. He was doing good. They went to Florida for the winter, and they fished and they stay in Florida for a month or two and fish. I mean, just living the life of Raleigh. But you know what? Money don't mean nothing when it's your time. That joker's had several boats, big, nice Suburban. When it's your time, ain't nothing you can do. You're helpless. And I'm gonna miss old Rock. I am. Me and him, he used to show up at my house every morning about 6 o'clock, a little bit before, and we'd go early morning striper fishing and top water plugs, bass and all, Lake Murray. And just had a wonderful time. And of course, when I could quit using my bass boat, I didn't have enough room in my John boat, so he didn't come as much. Big golfer. I miss old Rock. I'm gonna miss old Rock. All right. We got I'm gonna try to get one out there before I try to take that big fish off. Got to get one out there in the zone. Got slime all over our lines. Y'all bear with me. This is slower fishing because you got to deal with all these catfish. It ain't easy dealing with catfish, people. It's not easy, and you got to get it up there in the strike zone. And I ain't got a rod holder, so if I ain't paying attention, you know what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose something. We're gonna lose a rod and reel. I can guarantee you on that. Because them jokers, them big ones, sometimes they hit it so hard, they gone. And you got to, hey, you got to, that's a good fish right there. I hope he doesn't come off. Look at this fish. Huh? Look at this fish. That's a good one, ain't it? What? Oh my, I'm gonna put him in the ice chest right off the bat. He's too big to put in the bucket. I'm gonna throw him on ice. Let him cool down. What we gonna do? I think we're gonna let him cool down. All right, we're gonna get us another worm out here. All we're doing is sitting here talking and lazy man's fishing, looking at a carp. Now, it don't get any simpler than that. You ain't got to worry about dropping it to the bottom, and where the big boys are, they just floating around out there on a carp. Okay? And I think the big boy is gonna come up and get it today. But right now, you got to get it at the right place. You can't just throw it out and think it's at the right place, because let me tell you, it's a certain place where they're at, and you got to put it there, or you will not catch them. It's that simple. You got to put it where the big boys are, or where they feeding. Where they feeding, tell you that. You got to put it where they're feeding. And that's up yonder. Uh-oh, I think that cork got missed up. That's up there around that doggone rock wall. And about 8, 10 foot of water is what it amounts to. That thing's sitting right at the bottom, right there close to the bottom, and they out there swimming along that edge looking for something to eat. And that's what they're doing. All right, now let us sit right there. I'll get the net straight, get all our stuff, ducks in a row, and be ready for that next bite. Hey, today'd be a good day to catch one on gut shrimp, but as soon as I throw that gut shrimp out, you know what's gonna happen. One of them carts are gonna go. Never fails. We're gonna throw it out anyhow. We're gonna throw it out anyhow and see if we can catch one on the gut shrimp. It's calm today now. It's calm. Ain't no wind back here. Which is a good thing. I left my doggone windsock for my phone at home. I just found out that a while ago. At home. Now that ain't good. Hey, ever so often that car can take off. Y'all see that? And you got to love that. I'd like to go catch some perch, but I can't go to the perch where I can catch some nice catfish right quick. If to keep biting. They liable to hit for a little bit and quick, and that sun gets up, and I got here, the sun was already up. And we got rain coming in, them cloudy days, they'll eat it up. After it's been warm on a cloudy day, they'll eat it up. I'm sure of that. They should eat it up and more. Should eat it up the more. Now I can't get a bite. Had both of them go, now I can't get a bite. That's amazing. That's amazing. It might be short-lived. Caught a couple. All we'll do is work up and down this bank till we get on where school is. We kind of daisy chain. Let it go back, pull the back one in and throw it to the front, swap around with these rods until we get on some fish. What we're gonna do. A lot of times you get in a new area, they kind of spook out at you, catch a couple. A lot of times you move up to a new area and yeah, take it. We're gonna take this last rod. Let's see here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw the other now up front a little bit. Gonna throw the other. Uh-oh, no wonder I wasn't getting bite with this. That didn't go down. It wrapped up. Something happened to this one. We got a mess on this one. That's why it didn't go down. That's why we weren't catching a fish. We got a mess. Oh boy, I hate wrap-ups. Let me tell you, they will mess your mind up. We got a good one here. We got a good one. We got a good one. We're gonna have to hunt something to pick this out with. I don't know how that happened. It lassoed itself going out. I got readers in the sunglasses, but they ain't that good, let me tell you. Oh, gone. We got a knot. We got a knot. My mother-in-law was telling us a story yesterday while I picked this out, I'll tell you. She went to the grocery store and she's buying some items and she went to checkout counter and for some reason her doggone credit card didn't work. I don't know. But apparently she didn't use the right PIN number. She's on up there in the late 80s. And she's standing in line and a woman behind said, "Let me just pay for it." She said, "I can't do that." She said, I'll pay for it, and that'll be your Mother's Day present." So people, there are some good people still in this world. That lady paid for her groceries, $50-something worth. $50-something now of grocery money. She paid for it, and then my mother-in-law finally talked into giving her address, and she sent her a check. But that woman was nice enough to offer it and didn't want her to pay her back. So shout out to that lady. I don't even know her name. I didn't even get her name. My mother-in-law knows it because she sent her a check through the mail. But she's from Elgin, South Carolina. And a shout out to that lady for being such a nice woman. Trying to help somebody. Ain't many people like that left in this world, people. I'm telling you. I get comments sometimes that I don't understand. You know, people will they try to pick out everything you say. And I had a fellow yesterday on an old show, over a year old, when VC Summer went down, was trying to put some kind of political thing in it. I didn't mean nothing by it. I said maybe Trump will help him out. And boy, he turned that thing around like I was a Trump supporter and I was getting some kind of political thing going. Let me tell y'all one thing. I ain't gonna put no political stuff out there, not intentionally. You can twist things around and make it sound like something, but hey, this old fisherman ain't doing that. So I finally had to block this guy. I don't know, you know, I don't know what his problem is, but apparently he don't like Trump. And I mentioned the word Trump, and boy, he got his panties in a wad. Let me tell you, he was telling me I do a fishing show, not a political show, and all I said was maybe Trump would help him out and come in there, step in there, and do something about that VC Summer thing way back yonder. And boy, he picked that thing out and made it look like I'm a pro-Trump. Listen, y'all ain't gonna know who I'm for or against. I ain't gonna get in that. I'm just out here trying to show you how to fish. But that guy had me upset. Now I don't mind telling you. He's trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. People, you don't need to twist things around and make a problem. Walk away from problems. And that guy was making me hot. So I blocked him. Hey, I edited that thing. I took it off. I'm not dealing with that. We out here to do a fishing show, and I talk about different things. And just because I mention somebody's name, that don't mean anything. And but this guy sure hated Trump. Now I can tell you that. Hey, hated me because I mentioned his name. Ain't no sense in being like that. And I guess when I air this video, he's going to be mad again. Boy, I tell you what, now, when you get a rap like this, it makes you want to quit fishing. I don't know how in the world you can throw something out and it gets in this kind of rap. I just don't know. But it did. And we got to deal with it. I know that. And thanks to old Richard Jean. Richard Jean commented on my show, The Fishing Machine. Hey, Richard said I had a good show. He enjoyed my shows, and I enjoy his. And I told him, I commented back, I said, you got to love fishing because it's good for you. And that's his favorite thing to say. Hey, I appreciate it, Richard, for commenting on my show. That meant a lot to me because I know you the man. You the man. Hey, we do different styles of fishing, but if I live where you was at, we'd be doing crappie fishing too. Because y'all apparently got some fine crappie lakes down there in Alabama. But hey, shout out to Richard Jean. If you haven't checked him out, check Richard Jean out on YouTube. The Fishing Machine, Richard Jean. Hey, now he's crazy. He's crazier than I am. I'm pretty crazy though. But I think Richard might be crazier than me. That joker, I seen one show, he come crawling out the bushes like a dog. One, he was up in a tree. That joker could do anything to be funny. And he is funny. But thanks to old Richard Jean, the Fishing Machine, for commenting on the old fisherman's videos. I appreciate that. And when I get a chance, I'm going to comment on his. But hey, I don't know how he does it unless he's got people helping him. I got Miss Deborah to put them up, but I do all the commenting. Let me tell you, that's a lot of typing, and I'm not a very fast typer. Hey, we finally getting back up here, maybe to catch another fish. My goodness, that wasn't but 20 minutes right there, shot. And that's all it was to it. But I want to do a little talking about my buddy Rock and Richard Jean and my mother-in-law getting the groceries paid for, and the lady didn't even want the money back. There's some good people in this world. Hey, it'd be nice if you'd be one of them. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody mentioning the word Trump. My goodness. People sitting like a gun ready to shoot like it's cocked. And if you say something on YouTube that they don't like, they'll lay it to you. never seen anything like it. They don't give an old man. And then he was so rude, he called me old man. Listen, I don't mind calling myself old man, but you don't have to call me an old man. Hey, cart's gone, cart's gone, cart's gone, cart's gone. Oh, what we got here? I think we got a catfish there. Hey, just because I call myself an old fisherman don't mean you can call me an old man. I might be old, but hey, have some respect. He said, old man, Trump ain't gonna save your A. You know what I'm saying? On my show. I don't appreciate that. I ain't asked Trump to save me. I said maybe Trump would step in, do something about this nuclear plant. Anyhow, enough said about that. Look at this old catfish churning, eh? Huh? Hey, if we could keep out of clusters, we could catch some fish today, because they in there. I guarantee I can catch them with the doggone gut shrimp today if I'd focus. Because them blues in there, them big old blues in there, and they biting. Hey, they biting, they coming in here to feed, and they come in here to spawn. They biting. I tell you that. Look at that. Look at that, what a doggone catfish. A good one. What? Old blue. You got to love an old blue. My other rod ain't even in the strike zone, so you ain't gonna catch nothing with him. It's way out China, out of the way. Hey, we got this sucker though. As soon as that car hit the water, he left here with it. He left here with it, people. You got to love it, the old fisherman. Hey, these size here can't go in the bucket. Now, turning them darn worms over again. Worms are nasty. Shrimp, I didn't have no problem. Look at him. Huh, look at that. That's a good one, ain't it? We're gonna put him in the ice chest. We're gonna put him in the ice chest with his buddy. What we gonna do? All right, we got a slimed up hands, slimed up rods, everything's slimed up. We're gonna throw it back out here and see if we can catch another one on the lake I love. Lake Monticello, loving life. All right, we're gonna catch a couple more. I know we ain't catching a lot, doing a lot of talking, but it's slow. This lazy man's fishing. Gotta throw it up there in the strike zone or they won't bite it. Strike zone. Now, we got to fix this cork. He done pulled my cork, messed my cork up. There's a lot of work to this fishing. It ain't as simple as mashing the button, letting it down, bringing 3 in. That joker, they got my line all raveled around the end. I don't know what happened. I got to get up here and see. My goodness. We got a mess. We got a mess. Cluster. It's kind of aggravating fishing with these corks like this. A slip cork would probably work better, but I just always like to. I use a real light lead is what it amounts to. Real light lead, and a slip cork the line won't pull down on a slip cork with a real light lead. If you put something heavy enough out there to pull the line down on a slip cork, then you most likely, if you don't have it a perfect throw, you're gonna be in the rocks, and they're gonna break. It's gonna get in the rocks and break off. So that's why I use this setup like I got here. It's because the slip cork, you got to use a heavier lead. And a heavier lead will get in between them rocks down there and wedge itself down there and it'll break off. And that's what you get hung up. You get hung up sometime with a light lead, but not as bad. And that's the reason. I know y'all wondering why I don't use a slip cork. Well, that's the reason. Is I'm trying to protect myself from getting down in the doggone rocks. And that lead will get right in the crevice of a rock, and guess what? It's gonna break off. It will not come out. It will not come out. They're not biting fast, but you know what? When you catch one, he's pretty good one, ain't he? He's a pretty good one. Lazy man's fishing. They ain't gonna bite fast. I got leaves and everything else in these worms. I had to drain my pool because the doggone line was leaking. So I was draining it with a little pump and running the water down the hill. In my house, I got 3 acres. And it was so dry down there that you couldn't find a worm. Well, after I done that, them worms found that moisture. And I was able to go out there and get me some worms. They come up deep out the ground and got up the top because it was wet. And that's how I got the worms, so I made me a spot, basically. Find them worms what we done moved down. We were way back in, so apparently they pulling water. The water's being pulled, and we kind of sucking down the bank is what we're doing. It's basically slow fishing the bank. What we doing. And you never know when that elusive blue catfish is gonna suck it down. And they do love these worms. I'm telling you that right now. They do love these worms. We might have to back up where we started. Seemed like it might have been a little bit better up there. I don't know. Slow going. I want to do a show casting the gut shrimp. We got to catch one or two more and let y'all go though. It's slow going, and getting hooked up, knots and all that takes time. And I don't edit, so it makes it real difficult to have a lot of catching in a little period of time with these suckers. They got the ability to be eating it up to really get on these and catch them. They got to be eating it up to do that. All right. And it don't take but a second for that sucker to get out of the catfish zone. You got to keep working. Keep throwing them out. You won't catch them. Keep throwing them out up against that wall. You won't catch them. Throw that gut shrimp a couple times. I'll get a bite. See if we can catch one on the gut shrimp right quick for you. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I thought when I first got them couple bites that they were going to eat it up. They look like they really. I might have got here a little late. What I'm thinking. Hey, oh, there was a bite. There goes one on that one. Hey, dang. Oh, wow, he gone. He gone. Oh, Lord. Got one laying that gut shrimp will be laying down in the rocks, probably get hung up, break off. We got one gone here. I mean, gone. Gone. He's going up the creek too, toward my other line. He's gonna wrap around my other line. He's right on the bank. Oh my, look at that rod. Huh? Look at that rod, people. What? Oh my, look at the rod. Hey, I ain't doing nothing with him. He's going right around my other line, show it the world. He done it. He done it. Doggone it, he done it. He's around my other line. Doggone. We got a mess. We got a mess. We got a mess. We got a mess. I mean a mess. I got all three lines hooked up with this fish. Get this one in. Gosh, it's hooked up too. Oh Lord, it's hooked up too. He come loose. He come loose. He come loose. I ain't doing nothing with this fish. He's just holding to the bottom. He's holding to the bottom. Look at that. Oh my, what? We getting somewhere now. Whoa, there he goes again. There he goes again. He's gonna put my whole rod down in the water. Oh, he's gonna break, show us the world. Gonna break. I sure need to change the 8-pound test line instead of 6. I'm telling you that right now. He's churning too. Look at that. Old blue, I can tell you that. That's a blue. That's a blue. Hey, no, it ain't. It's a channel. Doggone channel catfish. Come in here, boy. Come in here, boy. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Old channel cat. You got to love a doggone channel cat. All blue, but he barely got it in his mouth. Barely got it in his mouth. Oh my. Loving life, the old fisherman is. Trying not to offend somebody. I'm gonna walk this one back to you. Hey, I gotta check the time on the camera. We can't go real long. We can't go real long, but I'm gonna check the time. Hey, Look at that. That's a nice one, ain't it? You got to love a nice one. Hey, 30-something minutes, we got to let you go. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't catch no more fish, done a lot of talking, but we'll crank it back up for another video. Thanks for being with the old fisherman.